I grew up going to Center Parcs as a kid. And although it sounds really cheesy, Center Parcs is probably an unconscious bias as to why I went into countryside management in the first place. So it kind of felt natural to go back to that. I'm Harrison Ewen and I'm the ground service manager here at Center Parcs Longleat Forest. So I've worked at Center Parcs for 5 years. In my role I look after kind of the external landscape, forest, internal planting, and have a team of around 27 that support me with doing that. So we're heading out to one of the sort of outer edges of the village to see the team who are completing some planting work following on some invasive species removal that was done earlier in the winter. Okay, so plan for this morning then is to get these hazel planted in. So we'll place them all out, get them in, and then we'll come back and tree guard them later. And that'll just help this understory start to recover. Right, if we grab hold of, everyone grab a plant. My pot came off already. We've got hazel dormice, which are a native species to the UK. And the hazel plant provides a really good source of kind of winter food. The enjoyable part of the role is being able to maintain habitat for wildlife and the various species that live on village. And it's really cool to be able to do that alongside the main operation of making an enjoyable experience for guests.
My name is Sarah Deverill. I'm the Village Director at Longleat Forest Center Parcs. Working for Center Parcs is a real privilege. My job really is to look after everyone that is on site, from colleagues and guests to contractors, making sure that we're maximising the guest experience and the colleague experience. Center Parcs is a massive operation. We have here at any one time 4,500 guests. We employ 1,600 people, and those jobs range from those people that welcome you at arrivals and work within our guest services team to our security team, keeping everybody safe. We have an army of housekeepers, and then we have a huge population of people looking after our guests and being our frontline colleagues. We find that looking after our people in the best way possible will promote people to stay and build their careers at Center Parcs. And we actually really pride ourselves on the fact that we have a lower labour turnover than the industry of hospitality generally does. And that is all to do with the way that people are treated and the way that people feel like part of our family. We're open 365 days a year, and therefore we have a need all of the time for recruitment.
When I left school, I knew I didn't want to do kind of an office 9-to-5 job. I studied countryside management at college for 2 years, and that led to working for a country park. And then I moved from there 5 years ago to work for Center Parcs. I think sustainability is really high on the agenda for all colleagues working at Center Parcs. A good example of a sort of sustainability practice that we've got in place here at Longleat would be plastic recycling. So all of our linen and towels arrive to the lodges in a plastic wrap. That plastic wrap is then taken off and segregated completely separately, which allows it to be recycled at a higher grade and ultimately reused for sort of other plastic products. My favourite part of my role is that it's really varied. I get to work in loads of different areas on village and support loads of different teams, and that kind of keeps the whole job moving and makes no day the same.